Good morning. Let's try that again, shall we? Stream has crashed on me. I think it is working right now. So let's take a look. Just give me a second, and let's see. Yeah, it looks to be running. Stream appears to be up. Good. Good morning. Welcome back. I am Phase Motion. Today we are hopping into Sons of the Forest. Let's just get a bit of music going. Where are you? There you go. I am thirsty. Oh, that's the wrong one. Where are you? Okay. Just check the properties, monitor and output. Why is the hell that not coming up? Just one tick. Technology is not always on my side. Let's put that across there and check Bluetooth. Connected. Why am I not getting sound? That is a little bit annoying. But it is what it is. Let's have a look. So it's daytime, which is good. And I am thirsty. We still have a frozen lake. Winter has finished. What time is it? Where's my watch? 17:45. Okay, so it is nighttime. First things first, let's make it daytime so we can actually see what's going on. And let me bring down the shutters so I can actually see my screens. How's everybody doing? You having a good weekend? It is Saturday. Okay. That's better. So it is daytime. I've done a little bit of prep work for this session. I've got Calvin has been a good boy and has been filling up some logs. I did try out the some things in the new update just so I could understand how the mechanics themselves were working. Update 6 is out and it is amazing, really nice update to this one. We had a few attacks while we were getting things ready. So let's fix that, and let's fix our first problem before we kick off. Okay, so what is in this update? There is a lot of really good stuff in here. Let me just bring up the patch notes. So they've added a new survival mode, so it's a hard mode. And the details of that are that it affects things like spawn rate and what you can find in chests and so on and so forth, which is interesting. There's a hotfix. I just noticed there's a hotfix already out for this. There is a stone that we can pick up and a bunch of stone building materials. Things that you can build out of stone. So you can build a fireplace, stone walls, stone beams, and stone columns. We're going to take a look at that in a second. Custom effigies. Looks pretty cool. And the log sled has been updated to hold a mixture of different things now. So you can hold logs, rocks, stones, sticks, and bones. There's a big list of improvements. I'll paste the link into chat shortly. But first, we are going to take a look at what this actually looks like. So this is one of the builds that I have at the moment. As you can see, it's all made up of logs. Got a nice deck, got a bit of defences around the edge of the deck, some storage around the other side. This is a bit of a playground that I have. It's a bit hodgepodge. You can see a couple of things missing here. You know, there have been attacks. So, you know, I don't always repair stuff. This is the advanced sled. As you can see, I've filled it with a bunch of rocks. The rocks look like this on the ground. Let's go over here and see if we can find some. Those are normal stones that you're familiar with. This is a rock. They have a slightly different color. And when you approach them, you see that they have a kind of rectangular outline. You can pick them up. You can carry 3 at a time. Let's go and grab one more. Respawn rate is pretty reasonable. And let's drag these over here. As I said, you can throw them on the sled, which is pretty cool. This one is full up. The sled also, I don't know if this was in an earlier update or not, but you can actually have stones and sticks on the side. Looks like there's a stick holder going along both sides of the sled, which is pretty neat. And then onto the buildables themselves. So you can see that I've created some here. I was experimenting to find out what was working and what wasn't working, along with the reinforcements. So it's the same sort of approach that you had before. So if you look down to the ground, you'll see a square outline. This allows you then to build a column and stack the stones on top of each other. When you do so, and you do 4, you'll notice that the whole thing kind of jiggles, which indicates that the column is then complete. This thing looks pretty robust. And then you can use your usual C button to pull out the items. You can also look down to the ground. Let's go to a place where we're out of range of other things, and then right click, and then you can start building a wall piece. Works in the same sort of fashion. Notice you see the arrows. Just grab this piece, and then when you complete it, the whole thing kind of jiggles, and that will give you an indication that it is complete. Visually, it looks kind of more robust, kind of cemented pieces together. And then C, again, will pick up the items. And then if you have a rock wall that you've already put in place, you can see here by the arrows, we can build out in this direction. We can also build out in that direction. We can build a column just here. So we're going to put out another wall piece. Go and grab this one. Put that in to complete it. You see that it jiggles. Go and grab a couple more rocks. Then holding 3. And then what we're going to do this time around is we're going to go to kind of the middle piece. Here you can build a column. Okay, so this will build a column upwards. There you go. And let's finish that off. If we look at the top, you can then build a beam going across. The arrows kind of build it as either side first, and then it will fill in. And there's 4, so you see the you have a what should we call it? The words are escaping me today. What is that? Beam. Yeah, sustain beam. I just looked at the patch notes to remind myself of the actual word. Let's take this one out and put this over here. Okay, those are just temporary materials. And then when you build these beams, you can do the same thing that you were doing before. So you can put in the kind of the struts, the reinforcement struts. And that will then allow you to take out the other column that you've created, which is pretty neat. So those mechanics are being reused, which is nice. And then to actually build out the rest of the wall, what you can do is It's just building that direction. So you can see the arrows here, building it out, building it in. And then you'll notice there's a vertical white line. So once you start doing that, you can start infilling the wall. Whoop, wait. A little git. You can start infilling the wall. So let's just throw on a touch more armor. Just a couple of pieces. There you go. Just because we're likely to get jumped again shortly. Unless we do something about it. And there you go. So you filled in this this piece just here. Okay, so we've got a second row on that wall. And now we're going to carry on finishing out this structure. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick up these pieces, because I like to build the frame before I build the rest, just because it makes it a bit easier when it comes to identifying where you need to add stuff. So let's go and grab these pieces. Okay. As you can see, the dashed arrows indicate that where we're building. Okay, so there we go. We're going to build this one. I think, what have we got here? 3 by 3. Let's go down here. Grab a bit more. Calvin can be instructed to fill the sled with these. So that's 3 now. I'm going to add, finish off this column. There you go. And then grab enough stone to fill in that gap. Okay, now we've got that up and running. Let's grab our axe. This is a full log. Come down about halfway. Grab that piece. Whack that out of the ground, and we're going to put a reinforcement just in here. And again in this side. Cool. Now that is in place, we can take out these columns. Build over that body. So the other advantage of kind of using this approach is that you always know that you've got 4 pieces, which kind of makes it a little bit easier when relocating this column that we're doing here to building out this wall. As you can see, that one's now finished. Go and grab a little bit more. Okay, and because we want to have the reinforcements in each of the corners, like we've done over here, we're going to build up these columns first, put another column on the end, build that thing again. What the hell is it? Why are my words not working today? Beam. Yeah, we're going to build out this beam across the top and then close it in just there. So we're a little bit short of materials. So let's come over here. Sounds like we have some company. Let's grab this. Well, I didn't actually want to do that, but that's fine. Let's grab his armor. Again, if you always have armor on, then if you do get jumped, you know you're okay. You're not suddenly gonna let's walk into the wall. He's been shooting at something, so let's wonder what that is. Right, yeah. Okay, never mind. The new stones do respawn pretty quickly. That wasn't one there. It's just kind of a normal stone. It's not one. There are a fair number around, but you do actually need a lot for the fireplace, which I'll show you in a second. Oh, there's not one. For the fireplace, you need, I think it's 42. With my little honey trap. Works pretty well with animals, deers, squirrels, that sort of stuff, as well as the cannibals. Let's go over here. Maybe we can find a little bit more. Let's reset these traps. Pretty nice that you can get Calvin to reset them as well. Could be another chunk. Yeah, here we go. What? Let's take you out. Yeah. Where are you? Hi. Yeah, another reason why I have these things out here is not just for pure defense. It kind of attracts the mobs to attack them. So it buys me a little bit more time, especially when the lake itself is frozen up. Right, there's a couple more there. Let's go over here. Really excited about these stone buildings. Might as well fill out that piece first. Check around here. We do get a fair number of these stone pieces in the base, in this area that we have here. It's another reason why I like this this particular region on the map. One of the 3 places where the helicopter can crash is just over here. Although that didn't actually happen for this playthrough. I think we crashed in the snowy mountains. Okay, so now we have the 3 columns up. And we're going to need 8 more stone so we can build across that lintel. Let's have a look over here. These ones are respawning. Another one. So this area itself is pretty rich with materials, which is really nice. And you, dude, go and let's have a look. Get, I think they are, I don't know if they're stones or rocks. Let's have a look. Stone pickups. They're calling them stones. So let's get stones and fill the sled. You're looking a little bit worse for wear there, Kelvin. So we plundered a lot around this area earlier when we were trying some things out. Let's have a look. Should be some more down here. There's one. Pretty easy to spot from a distance. Are you one? No. I think up here. Okay, going to be another bunch. Looks like there's is that one? No. That's a stick. Should be another bunch around here. Yeah. So we've got 3. This building update is really cool. The stone structures look really nice. We're extending our base out onto one side, and we'll move that fence in a bit. You can't build stone fences, at least not yet. That may change in a future update. They do listen to the feedback. Okay, Calvin is doing a pretty good job so far. Let's finish out this piece. Good. And then we're going to build out across this way. It looks like you can mix and match stone and wood, which is quite nice. Let's have a look. And Calvin can pick up these things as well, so that's really helpful. The new updates to the sled is really really neat. So lots of different materials now that you can stick in the sled itself. The game itself is coming a long way. You know, they've really the content updates are really really nice. They are consistent. They fix a lot of bugs, a lot of general improvements that they make. Which is pretty neat. Some more that have respawned here. Let's grab you. Yeah. And again, it's 3 that you can carry at any one time. Okay, that one is done. Let's build out the this bottom wall first. Thanks, Bubba. Is he only carrying one at a time? The lazy bum. Oh, he's found a few more. Good boy. Like a little Labrador, isn't he? Okay, so he's going to be clearing out inside the base itself. So let's hop around. Looks like there might be some more down here. Let's take a look. Not. But there's plenty here. Again, the respawn rate is really nice. High. You're not going to be wanting 4 stone. Okay. This one should be, yeah, that's complete now. So now let's build these columns. Again, you look towards the ground, you'll notice the difference. So the dotted line going up is basically to create a wall piece. The little square that you see there is for building columns. Let's plunder his little cache. Put those in. Okay, let's take a look around the other side. Hey, BPAT, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it very much. So let's see. Yep, there's another chunk just here. Grab a few sticks while we're at it. Are you one? Yeah. And we're looking for one more. There you go. 3 at a time. There's no, doesn't appear to be any storage yet for these things. Hopefully that will come in a future update. Again, the sled is your option if you're looking for a place to store these things. You can always build a couple of sleds and look that way. Okay, so those columns are now done. Let's go and work for these this lintel. Okay. Pretty intuitive mechanic. I think they'll do a really good job when it comes to the overall usability in Sons of the Forest. Let's say normal stone should be. I thought I saw another one over here. Yeah, there's one. There it is. They've tweaked some of the animals, so the deer and the rabbits and that sort of stuff, so that they're more evenly distributed. Which looks good. I've not really noticed it yet, but it's still early days. Okay, let's carry on with that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to deconstruct something I was creating earlier when I was kind of playing out. Awesome. How are you doing today? Having a good weekend? This is a structure I was using earlier as a playground, so I was like testing out how the mechanics were actually working and that sort of stuff. So let's plunder this. Going to carry on building. Come on, stop moonwalking against the fence there. So that one is finished off. I know the feeling, but you can mix and match. So if you notice when I go over here, this is the base that I've already built. You can actually start extending the base with stone pieces. So it does allow you to kind of phase transition from something that's stone to something that is from wood to stone, which is pretty neat. I like that. It's not all or nothing, which is pretty good. I've not looked at columns and that sort of stuff yet to see how much you can mix and match, but yeah, it's still early days. But what I prefer to do myself is essentially kind of build a new structure, neighboring, and then transition things across. Because then, you know, this does take a bit of time to do. So what we're going to do now is drop off the stone, grab ourselves a log, plonk it down, and then chop it so we can get things that we can use for reinforcing this. So we can put that in now. Do the same on that side. I agree. I have some big chunks of stone that I've had to build around. If you look over here, I didn't want to replant all of this wall, so I had to come out at an angle to avoid this large rock, which I guess was terrible planning on my part. I did try using the normal hatchet to see if that would work. It didn't. So, yeah. But I like the changes they've done to the sled to make this a bit easier. Okay. So we can pull out these pieces now. It looks like there's no stone doorway, at least at the moment. So it looks like we have to build that. If we had a doorway here. Excuse me. Yeah. No, I completely am with you, 100%. I like terrain modifications. Kind of, you make the place much more yours with it. Hopefully, they won't suffer the same issues as Valheim did when you play about with the terrain. But it may be that they've fixed that with the recent update. They've done some work around the save files, and it sounds like things are much tidier than before. And if they've optimized it, then that's really going to have a massive impact in multiplayer. So we've put those reinforcements in here. We're going to leave probably these pillars up because I want to drop in the wood for this doorway. I'm going to put a doorway just here, I think. Come on. So a stone doorway would be a nice addition. But I guess we would need a pickaxe for that as well. I would guess. Okay. Let's put this in here. And then we're going to be able to chop out this and make a doorway shortly. So now we are going to grab this. You want to do that fairly early before he fills up, otherwise he's going to sit around with his thumb up his arse. I'm looking forward to figuring out how we create some windows, which will be really good. We have a piece here. Again, drop it in, you get the little jiggle. And then before we carry on too far, we're going to think about where we're going to put the fireplace. So I have built a fireplace in here because I wanted to see how it worked. This is looking interesting. Not quite as seamless as I thought it might be. I also noticed that the when I built this, because it was wintertime, these rocks were covered in snow. So it looks like they haven't quite really updated and done some kind of interior-exterior detection in there. So let's have a look. And I wanted to see if it allowed us to actually place the fireplace in a wall. Let's bring up our book. I think it's on the other side. Where are you now? Utility, stone fireplace. Okay, it doesn't look like it's snapping into a wall, which is a little bit of a shame, but, you know, not really a deal breaker. But I think before we actually do that, we probably want to put a floor down. Okay. And I don't think we have stone floors yet. Let me just check the change notes. Fireplace, walls, beams, and columns. And let's look at the hotfix. Crashing, layer movement, and something for storage. So it doesn't look like there's stone floors, which means we're going to have to use stone walls, wood for the floors, which is fine. I did get Calvin to gather a lot of logs for us earlier. Oh, thank you very much. I'm kind of full of those at the moment. Hopefully you got some sunshine where you are, BPAT. Berlin at the moment, it's nice and sunny today. Unfortunately, the weather in Berlin is similar to the weather in the UK. And it's a little bit chilly for me now. I lived in Spain and in Italy for 12 years in total between the two. And I kind of got used to it being nice and warm. Ah, cool. Awesome. And so we're going to drop in a wooden floor. And let's do it over this side as well. And then drop the fireplace and we can just fill those in. And then once this stone structure is built, we'll move this wall across. We'll move this defensive wall. And all we have to do is kind of extend it out this wall over here until the right point, and then we can just move these logs across. Makes it pretty quick to do. Oh, that was a mistake. Let's grab this one first. It would be nice if we could use the... Oh, you're in Bremen. Cool. I've been to Bremen a couple of times. It's a nice place. Let's move this slightly out of the way. Good beer in Bremen. Okay. This side is almost done. Oh, let's go over here. Yeah, that was a mistake. Hey, easy, tiger. Okay, there you go. Okay, take that. Little git. We should grab a bite to eat. And there is a mod that I have used before, but I'm not using it at the moment. Winter has just finished. It looks like it's not yet defrosted for me. There's a mod that I use which is called crazy something or other. But I use that to essentially engage with the viewers. It allows you to essentially make stuff happen. You can spawn in mobs. You can give me buffs. You can spawn aggro. That kind of stuff. But I took it out because it was actually causing a problem with one of the updates. But the lake is still frozen. Winter was a couple of days ago. It finished a couple of days ago, I think. Or maybe it's just one day ago. Anyway. Yeah, it's not good. One of the lines in the updates that I noticed was that fish no longer go rotten in fish traps. What was I doing? I was going to put this one down. And then I was going to get out the fireplace. Let's see. I'm not sure if it's a good idea to do it before I do the wall or after. Let's take a look. Is that gonna mess with the... Yeah, it looks like, and it also looks like it's round the wrong way. Oh, nice. Oh, cool. That's a good idea. Hopefully you didn't have any issues when the updates came around. Let's get rid of that. I think it's better if we build the wall first. It's a really nice game, and I think you know, they've approached the early access in a smart way. I having a bit of a bugbear with so many game companies building a game without actually having, you know, enough mechanics, a clear vision, and kind of building it on the fly around people who have already paid for the game. The Occupy Mars gives me the feeling that you know, they've released it really early just to rake in a chunk of cash. They don't really have a good idea about what the vision for the game actually is. Okay, it's getting dark. I'm hoping the lake unfreezes pretty soon. So we're going to close the gate, go indoors. And to use the fireplace, it's pretty straightforward. Same mechanic as you're kind of used to, although it looks like they have more sticks that you can use now. So yeah, it looks like there's a kind of 6 or 8. I think this is actually a glitch because it looks like it's trying to start the fire again. And we have a few things to cook up. Oh, cool. Food is still a little bit glitchy. It works okay if you're putting in rotten food, but if you put in raw meat, you still got the kind of edible sign. I do. Yeah, exactly. And I hate what they're doing with this. There's no state to release a game in. I understand you need money, but, you know, it shouldn't come at the expense of the players. Okay, she wants to snuggle. And the first game was such an awesome game. They really kind of shot themselves on the foot with that. Sort of bite to eat. And let's see if our lake has thawed. No. No, we still have a lake issue. But that's fine. We can go a bit downstream to do that. So I would say that building with stone is it's fun, it's interesting. It feels like it takes a lot more resources than building with logs. Okay, we have somebody here. And he's dead. So there's a lot more effort. Yeah, I think you're right. But it's not really a huge deal. So I know this area pretty well. I know there's a good place downriver that I can go and get some water. Let's head over here. Calvin's doing a pretty good job of collecting stones. Sadly, I can't actually get water from these little streamlets. I think also I've kind of gone off or gone out of grid, and that fixed the issue with the lake. I think I just went exploring. And then when I came back, it was gone. But this is one of my my play worlds that I have. I may start on hard mode. Have a bit of a challenge. Grab a stick. Got a couple of crates down here in front of this cave. It's quite handy to have. There's some rope just over here. Need to drop off some MREs. And there's a couple of crates just over here as well. I'm not sure I noticed those lilies before in the lake. A little bit weird. There's a full of resin. There was a stone kind of in with that chest. I like how they've implemented the regrowing of the trees. That's pretty neat. Yeah, I think you're right with the reload. Okay. The other issue I have with some of these things like hard mode and that sort of stuff is it's a challenge with the payoff doesn't really kind of go with it. Like, what is the reason? Are you doing it for? Is there an achievement that you can get? It'd be nice if I don't know, there was more armor or something. Oh, yeah, I don't want to do that. Where are you? Not always easy to see where the next block should be. Can you change the mode in an existing game? I haven't tried it yet myself, but you know, I do like a challenge every so often. And they sometimes make good theories to do on the YouTube videos. The other thing is that I like to get to know a game before I go in deep on those things. A little bit weird how there was a gap at this end and throwing a rock on the other end kind of made it work. Uh-oh. Looks like we have a visitor. Hello. Oh, good. Thumbs up. Usually means we're in the clear. We should grab his creepy armor, which is creepy. Lives up to his name. So let's finish this off. Take advantage of Kevin's hard work. Probably have a lot that's respawned over this side again. Although I'm not saying that would be a lovely rock to break. Okay, not seeing any over that side. It's a small pebble. The end of this lake tends to have a lot of stone in, I think. It did earlier. Looks like, yeah, it's now thawed. So the world appears to have caught up with us. Nice reflections. So there was a chunk of stuff here. I do not. Well, I don't want to go in there. I do not. I've not tried it. Have you tried it? Sounds like it's worth an experiment. Not sure if it. Whoa. Okay, we have company. Let's get out of the way. Switch across to the shotgun. Oh, that was a miss. Okay. Aha. Cool. Let's reload this before we put that away. It looks like this area is not defrosted yet. It's just this side. They've put a lot of attention and thought into how some of these things work. It's really pleasing. And I like how it feels like they're not just kind of throwing things into the game for the sake of it, but you know, contextualizes the game a lot more, I think. Okay, it looks like we're kind of shy of stone in this area. Let's take a look. Okay, I hear somebody shooting. I like how they have the how you can arm and different clothes that you can put on her. It's kind of really nice. Apparently, when people are injured, the cannibals will pick up their injured comrade. Although she's actually doing a pretty good job of just killing them at the moment. Ah, cool. That is nice. I didn't know that. That's something I'd like to try. Oh, I meant to clip him. Never mind. That's pretty sweet. This is a small experiment I was doing down here to manually build a treehouse rather than using blueprints. Wanted to see how that worked. I've not actually tried much in the way of cooking yet. Have you? I've been playing a few different games recently. So I kind of, this has been put onto the back burner a bit. So now the update has come, I thought I would come back and try some things out, make a bit of content around it. Okay, we have visitors, so let's go and deal with these. Can I get you from here? Hey, stop smacking my buildings. Ah, cool. Red Bull. I remember my first time I had Red Bull. It was eye-opening, literally. Ah, she got him. I'm not going to worry too much about pouches because I have more than enough at the moment. So I wonder actually with let's put that back. I wonder if for Windows the best idea would be to. I wonder if we can actually mix and match. We can just try that in a second. Let's go and deal with him. Okay. I'm not going to kill you because she'll do that for me. Okay. doesn't look like we can just mix and match on the walls itself. I'm just going to add a floor piece. Put that in there. Stone floors, I think, would be nice. With our normal rocks. Can we, oh no, you can't toss that. You can with logs. That should have hit him. Hello. Sorry, but, there you go. There you go. Nice work. But is it purely just energy, or are there kind of health-based ones as well? I need to get a cook pot, figure out how that works. Just make sure that we're not don't have any loose ends. Yeah. It kind of reminds me a lot of Valheim. You know, the mechanics in Valheim are pretty straightforward, but you can make some amazing structures out of them. So what would be good? What's going on here? Why can't we? Oh, it's because it's broken. Let's fix that. I'm guessing this repair tool. I'll take a look. Could be a cool project. Could do with building another fish trap, I think. I hear someone whimpering. Not one of my dudes, I don't think. If you PM me the link, I can share it. Links are disabled because otherwise you get overloaded with bots and that sort of stuff. I need some more rocks. Hopefully this place is still frozen. Makes it easier. Walk across the lake. Silly Calvin is moonwalking. This looks damaged. So yeah, the building kind of reminds me a lot of Valheim. Oh, it's still glitched. Where the door portion ends up being in the wrong place. Right, you can work there. Looks like there's still some things that need to be fixed. I wish there was more of a kind of visual indicator when stuff was needing repair. Kind of relying on the it's actually a really good question. So let's take a look. First things first, let's pause the game. Should just be able to kind of click on my name. and then you should be able to send a message, just like a kind of a normal profile. But let me just take a look while you're watching the stream. Okay, let's report. Looks like, let me say, there you go. And then if you click on my name in chat, you should be able to send me a message. Okay, let's grab this piece and see if that fixed it. It did not. Okay, I'm gonna have to rebuild that fence. That's fine. So then, yeah, click on my name and again, let me let me actually test it first, so I'm not sounding like a complete idiot. I'm on the right account. Click on my name and then my channel, my stream. Where are you? Okay, let's try this. Whisper. Is it Whisper? Maybe it's Whisper. Aha, okay. So let me now hop across. Just 1 second. Yeah, I'll check in. I can check in 1 second. It's sometimes a little bit tricky to multitask. And that is new Windows open. Let me swap across to. Aha! I see something in Whispers. There you go. There you go. No stress. I just like. I prefer to be responsive. Okay, so we need to find a few more rocks. Go this way. Sadly, the ice isn't breaking when you're walking over it. It'd be pretty humorous. Chaos Strix, that's the name of the mod that I was using before. Okay, we can build on that one. Chaos Strix, I was quite surprised that they have a plugin for Sons of the Forest. They have one for Valheim, so I'll use it there as well. But it's not something I do that often. But it's something I should. It just, it doesn't really work if you don't have a lot of people here. But it's fun, I enjoyed it. So did the people who were watching at the time. Especially the ability to spawn a dozen mobs around me. Okay, so it doesn't look like we can mix and match within a wall itself. So we can only fill this part with stones. So let's use this log on the floor. Let's go to this end. Because I want to grab that stick. Calvin's doing this thing and kind of filling up our new log sled, which is pretty neat. Looks like if you want windows in your building, you're going to have to build part of the wall out of wood for now. But I imagine this is something they will add at some point. So we'll probably stick, maybe in the middle, a window portion here made out of logs. Okay, let's get a bit more stone. Any around here? May have to go on a bit of a trek. Calvin is starting to drag his feet. A lazy bum. And bearing in mind that he's just coming from this this area, he's probably taken all of these. So this building update is, yeah, I'm really pleased with it. Brings a lot of additional features that are good for building. Is that something down there? It's a funny rabbit. But let's finish out this wall and then just double check. But we're not going to get any anything new. I don't see any way to make a window in here, which is cool. We're just going to have to do what we're going to be doing over here anyway, which is use a log portion. Create an entrance. And then we can fill that up with logs. Make a door. Grab a couple. We're going for a swim, Bella. I think it's a bit of a shame they use 3 rather than 4 for the door. Make it a little bit easier. And we will put this over here so we can use it for firewood. Oh, that was a mistake. Grab those 2. Come on. There you go. Okay, so this thing is coming along. For the roof, we're going to have to use wood. But you can mix and match these pieces, and we'll have some wooden beams that we'll put across. Like this. So it's essentially the same process as you would normally do. Bring those up. It's better to build the frame first, just to make sure that you have the kind of sizing right. When in my tests earlier, I didn't get it quite right. The height of the wall wasn't enough, and then I ended up chopping logs. So yeah, it's fine. Not ideal. So we have those. Go and drop this piece. And then these half logs that we had from before, we can use for reinforcements. Like this. That's a good question. I do not know. Why are you standing there looking sorry for yourself? What's going on, Calvin? But we can give that a try in a sec. That's a good idea. I think not. The reason for that is let's go over here so we can see. I think you need a complete row underneath to build the row above. So if we wanted here 1 row down, to have a window. I think it wouldn't allow us to do the upper pieces. Let's put this one in, and I wanted to see if I could take out, yeah. So we can build that across. But we can give it a try. Actually, we don't need... Do we need that support? No, we don't. Okay. Let's finish off. So we need 2 more logs. And then we can try your idea with the window. Oh, that was the wrong way. We wanted it here. Okay, now that's up, we can take this out. And we might as well stick it on the floor. Okay. And so let's give the that wall idea. So let's try, see, one piece here, and then that's the other end. It's not letting us put a piece up here. This one is going to want us to, is trying to build out perpendicular 90 degrees in from the wall, so it would create a kind of stone beam. Actually, we could use stone instead of wood, but it's fine. So yeah, it's not letting us put a piece up here on top of the gap. You'd have to build out the whole row to build above it. Kevin is special. Indeed he is. Let me just see if I can't take a piece out from the wall. Yeah, he's a few sandwiches short of a picnic. We could build stone, not columns, but it's failing me again. Let's have a look. Stone beams here instead of wood. We're going to have to build wood infills anyway. You can't infill with stone. So now let's put those things in. Calvin, have you actually given up on gathering stone? Hello? Oh, yeah. See him on the minimap coming this way. No, he's still doing it. Good boy. So this is coming along nicely. It is a lot of effort, far more than building with logs. But we can actually take down this one because this was just an experiment. Actually, what would be better would be to utilize Calvin by just dismantling and dropping on the ground. Sadly, it looks like you can't use these stones as weapons like you can do with logs. Which is quite handy. If you're chopping down a chunk of logs and you suddenly get attacked, you can press G and it will essentially kind of toss the logs towards the person who's attacking you. kind of expecting Calvin to come across and do his thing sooner rather than later. Let's do a... So, I'm sure he'll hop across and start gathering them in a minute. And I'm building out in this direction because this, I expanded the base within this perimeter itself, and it's starting to feel like pretty tight. So, grab those. So yeah, building with stone, a lot more work. Than with logs. But that's fine. We do it for the challenge, for the look, because we like building stuff. Right. Did that finish with the last one? Yeah. I think it's looking okay. I like how it kind of merges here, the wood and the stone. Okay. The most important part, I think, is this outside wall, because the wooden fence is going to come around. And then we will... Let's have a look. We'll put a fireplace, I think, on this wall here. Make sure you have the opening in the right direction. That looks relatively flush. Like that. Then we come in the door, we've got a nice fireplace to the right, giving us a bit of warmth. Okay. Starting to get dark again, so what time is it? 9:42. Feels like sometimes when I look at the time on the GPS, it's always the same time. Or maybe it's just when it starts getting dark, it's when I notice it. Those are in pieces, so let's make it daytime and shut that door. Do a save. Okay, so before we kick off, let's sate our thirst. That is empty already. And we have a big chunk of food that's been drying around back. Let's grab those. Make sure we actually eat the real food rather than the rotten food. It has happened before. Okay. Got a large chunk of stones that we can use. Kind of hoping Calvin would go and pick those up rather than trekking around. 4 stones per column and beam, and 4 stones for each wall piece. So yeah, I'm hoping we get stone windows and doors in the next update. Not sure how long it is. Is it another 15 days? I forgot what the timer was telling me at the beginning. And loading the screen. Now, what would be nice is if you could use the blueprint system and then choose the materials that it was made of, and then get Calvin to kind of finish the build for you. Because I think it'd be quite nice to have a stone watchtower. But then alternatively, you can just you can throw this in the corner, cut out another door, and then just build integrate this into your build, which we may do over this side. That could be pretty neat. Okay, got a little stack here again, which is good. Okay, that part is complete. Still need a few more logs. What is that? Two logs. Hey, ciao, bella. Let's finish with the floor. Of course, that was a little bit bizarre. But there you go. So it's coming along. We need to finish off this wall, and then I think we'll think about moving our fortifications around a little bit. Not sure how we're going to do. So I'm wondering, like, how high we're going to build out of stone. We're just doing 1 level at the moment. I wonder how it would look to be 2 levels. That could be pretty cool. Now, part of the reason I do this is to experiment. Thank you for the stick. You're very weird. Looks like Calvin is moonwalking again. Yeah, go get. Actually, you go and get some logs and fill the holders, please. So we're going to finish out this build, and then we're going to think about what to do next. I'm wondering, so we need to do the wall, definitely the wall on this side. I don't know if after this we should move those fortifications, or if we should build another level. I think I'll move the fortifications first. Would make sense, because we're still going to get aggro. So it would be better to be safe and secure than too experimental, and then we can figure out what to do about that. For some reason, she's running around like a maniac. And then what sort of second floor to do, I'm not quite sure. But thankfully, this is going to give us a good chunk of stone. We may move the fireplace that we have inside this structure to the other one. Because it's easier. You got all the stone to hand. You're not complete. There you go. So what do we need now? We need 2 rows. That is 16 stone minus 1 for the piece of stone that we just dropped there. So we need 15 pieces of stone. Okay. But this is coming along nicely. I think it looks pretty good. Although that piece that piece looks loose. Let's just make sure that it's not been damaged. I don't think it has. No. Okay. Nice. Grab you. I wonder if we can build some. Yeah, I think we're kind of limited a lot at the moment with the shapes that we can build. We might replace this at some point with a stone one. I think it could look pretty nice. But I think we'd have to wait until we can have stone floors. Otherwise, it might just look weird, and a lot of effort for not much gain. Here, Calvin chopping down trees, like a good boy. And one trick you can do is you can build these holders, whether it's for logs or sticks or stones or whatever, build them close to your defensive wall, and then Calvin can actually toss the logs and resources through the wall itself, rather than having to go through a gate, which is actually pretty nifty. Not quite as nifty as the rope thingies kind of ending above a storage holder and then falling directly in, but kind of makes his life a bit easier. Stops a lot of the issues around him walking into walls. Okay. So that's this side, and doorway. Areas tossing the logs through the fence. Like a magic trick. Here's a gift. Just one. This side is open at the moment, but we will fix that. It's open because we're going to move this fence. So we can also pick up the logs directly from through the fence. Not right now, Piccolo. Where are you off to? Okay, we can extend this defensive wall. Kind of have to know where the things are though, so not right now. And you're only going to show me the location of the stun baton, which we already have. Yeah, get out of my face, dude. Come on. I think sometimes it gets a little bit pissed if I'm just like probably me projecting, because I'm stealing everything that he's just putting in. Stealing it, I'm using it straight away. Ooh, it's not going to work. Let's have a look. Okay, we have 6 more. And then we're going to have to help the dude out. I like the mechanic for fence building. I think it was pretty smart. Again, the controls are really intuitive. Doing your nails. Okay, I think actually there's a log just there we can use. Nice now that Calvin is not chopping down trees that you are building a tree house on. Okay, let's don't think we can get that one. I'm gonna have to start chopping stuff down, I think. South. That is not the axe. Okay. And we want it to kind of fall in this direction. I like the harvesting mechanic, the UI, and yeah, kind of how it looks. I think it's one of the better ones. There are some pretty nasty looking ones out there. Oh. Whoops. She's fine. She's fine. Oh, she's catching a rabbit. Yeah, wascally rabbit. It's far more effective. In your face. Right. Okay, so we're going to want this one to come out. Is that a Veronica? No, it's a Cannibal. I want this to come out, I think. Probably this far. Make sure there's enough space between the front of the building and the fence. Let's head back. He's probably got a decent chunk of logs indoors now. Oh, not that many, but make sure that's straight. Yeah. Okay, so maybe another 8. Why? Yeah. Yeah, another 4, I think. What are you? Why are you there? I think it's awesome when the logs kind of end up in the log holder. Such a cool idea. Did a sloppy job of putting that one away, Calvin. Okay. That's looking about right. And that's kind of what I'm after. And then we can bring this wall all the way across, and then we have enough space outside. You need to wash your face. That is, yeah, that's not a look that suits you that well. I'm sorry. Okay. Good job. Okay, we have company again. And yeah. Oh, nice shot. Sweet. I need to look into building some effigies. Are you still, what's going on? Are they still here? Hello? Oh, there's a pouch. This part is still frozen, bizarrely enough. So now, yeah, now this is kind of built out as far as we want. The next thing is basically pull up these pieces and build it across. And because the wall, this part of the wall, hey, thanks for the follow, EV. I appreciate it very much. Because this part of the wall is going to be essentially the same length, more or less. It's basically just transferring the logs across and then re-chopping them to be pointed to avoid the cannibals climbing up the walls. Looks like we have somebody visiting. Let's take care of the natives. He's running away. You scared him. Good job. Nice. Thank you. Okay. So this is a, it's a little bit laborious, but it's not like we have to cut down the trees or anything. Base is looking pretty big at the moment. But then this is the playground space, so. Hey. How you doing? You having a nice weekend? Hope it's bright and sunny where you are, like it is here in Berlin. Beautiful weekend. Hey, Chow, you running away or are you gonna? Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Oh, we're full of stuff. Do you play Sons of the Forest, Evie? Okay. Still think it's a little bit weird that we can build on the frozen lakes. The new update is out and there's already a hotfix for it. We can now build stone structures. Can't build stone windows or stone doors yet, but what we have at the moment is pretty good. What's that? It's because I... Come on. Not that. Can we close it now? Yeah. Okay. It's more like it. That's true, but the things we build on frozen lakes now don't carry on standing when the lake unfreezes, when it thaws. So now ice fishing, that would be a nice addition. Drill a hole in the ice. A bit like the Long Dark. What's your problem? You... A little bit glitchy there. Yeah, in the Long Dark, I don't know if you've played it or seen any vids about it. It's a really, really cool game. It is also, or can be, quite tough to play. But they have frozen lakes. Well, the whole kind of world is frozen. What's going on here? Oh, it's because I have a torch. And the torch is not unsticking for me again. I had this problem once before. And I had to, the only way to get the torch out was by chopping. There you go. Whereas other torches kind of worked. Anytime with sea turtles. That sounds it sounds a little bit, there's like a weird question to ask. No, I've not spent a lot of time with sea turtles. I've killed a few. There are two types from what I understand. One of which kind of gives shells and one of which doesn't. Or something weird about it. I've not done a lot with them. But I have killed a few and got their meat. They're kind of a bit like deer. That's fine. Why do you ask? That is cool. But when you asked it, I was thinking, you know, what do you mean? Is that you mean socially? Do I go out for drinks with them? I took one to dinner once. Didn't work out that well. Okay. Where's the line? There you go. Ah, okay. Glitchy in which way? Do they not, you mean they don't drop shells and that sort of stuff, or they don't always appear as they should do? Well, I need to do something about that sled. And I also need to think about where I'm going to put the gate. Calvin, come on, what are you doing, dude? I think I've outpaced Calvin. This is, I don't want that one. I want to take out the, I've got to take out the floor first. Okay, should be able to take out that now. No, so I've not actually done much with them. I think I built a rain catcher in an earlier video. There was a how-to that I was doing. Oh, that's wrong. YouTube. Oh, wow. Okay. I have to go and check that out. Because I want to play about a bit with cooking. And I think there's a recipe with eggs, isn't there? Not always easy to see the line. There you go. Join the club. You go goblin mode, do you? Ah, okay. Maybe they'll give us the chance to capture them alive and move them to lakes like this. That could be pretty neat. And then you have a better source of eggs. Sorry, don't mind me. I will, I'll work around you. But I've not done much with cooking at the moment, so it's something I do want to explore. Eggnog takes 5. Ah, okay. Do the eggs go off? Or are they kind of there infinitely? I saw in the patch notes for the latest update that food now has timers on them. So I'm assuming they go off. Okay. Sounds like it's something that needs to be fixed. And we could do with a little bit more variety in terms of wildlife, I think. Bears would be nice. There's a moose, isn't there? And then there's deer, of course. Come on. Yeah, you're there. Yeah. Come on, you were here just now. Hello? Okay, I'm going to have to go outside. Yeah, I know, thank you. Okay. It'd be cool if they hatched. But maybe, it'd be nice if you could pick up the eggs and, I don't know, drop them in the lake over here or something, or bury them. And then you could populate the lakes. Maybe. Okay, it should be a bit easier to do the corner. That's pretty neat. It'd be nice if they added like an animation, if they hatched in your inventory, you could see them walking down your arm or something. But then, it does encourage you to go out into the world and explore. I'm kind of hoping they give us golf carts that we can use. I'm not that steady on the unicycle things that they have. I think I'm just going to go too fast. It's nice for zipping about, but I wish they would allow us to collapse the hang gliders down into something that can fit in our inventory. Okay. So that is all done. We do need some torches. Let's clear out a bit of space. Come on. Okay, that's done. Yeah, I need some torches outside so I can easily see the entrance. Let's move the sled out of the way. We need to put a roof on our stone house. Well, that's probably going to be tomorrow's job, and we need to finish off that fireplace. Well, you do know that if you finish, you can choose to stay on the island. I have a couple of saves that I've done that on when I was testing things out. So if that kind of thing floats your boat, that's something you can do. I think I need to make it daytime now. And then we can wire up, I think I have enough stuff to wire up the house. The stone house with lights. Can I... Oh, that was the wrong one. Doesn't look like we can take the fireplace down. Because you're having too much fun. Oh my goodness, 14 stories. That's awesome. And slightly, slightly insane. 14? Jesus. That is a big tower. And what's the dimensions of the main building itself? Is it like a 2x2 or? Let's grab these planks. Oh, wow. That sounds really cool. How long did it take for you to build? And the other question is why? We should grab some food. I should really get Calvin to get some more food. 4x4. Okay. Oh, cool. I think they've changed the flask that you only get 2 sips now from it, which is a little mean. Okay. That's a lot of resources. Is there such a thing as big enough? Maybe you can build something into space. That would be pretty neat. Where did you put it? I'm not going to chase you. Not today, okay? Ah, Jesus. You must have deforested a large chunk of the island. What did I just... that's quite cool. You can cut into floor pieces. I didn't realize that. It's so nice now that the trees do regrow though. I've noticed the forest around this area starting to grow back. I think the zip lines, you know, what you can do with oh no, I don't want to do that. Logs and the zip line is such an awesome concept. You know, it shows a lot of thought going into the different, you know, building different mechanics that players can use for different purposes. You know, rather than kind of a one-trick pony, where, you know, a zipline has one purpose and nothing else. It's very thoughtful. Okay, why can I not do that one? Let's take one of these out and then finish off this roof piece. Come on. Why? Because of the ghosting. I thought I saw something there. I see an arrow. Yeah, there you go. And it's like this, you know, with this update they have with stone. Let me grab a few pieces. Anyway, you know, the fact that you can, let's go to a clear place. Okay, yeah. The fact that you can extend this wooden structure with stone pieces, you know, like this, and transition between those different materials is a really smart and, you know, thoughtful mechanic. Let's get the wire out. Yeah, hello? Then stop sleeping in my bed. Okay. I should actually see if we can build on the upper levels. Now, so the last night there was a pretty big patch, and then I saw in the patch notes that they said the update was delayed until tomorrow. But I loaded up the game anyway, and I saw that you could build with stone, so I actually tinkered around a little bit last night. And then this morning, I played around a bit more, trying to understand, you know, the different mechanics around how it was working. I kind of, last night I was messing around and I couldn't figure out how to build the beams in the roof. But then I figured out it's basically I wasn't building high enough. So you have to notice when the column itself, let's take this one off. When you place the stone piece, you see like the entire column kind of jiggles up and down. So that's also a kind of way to, it's like a visual indicator to say that it's complete. I was basically building out of 3 pieces rather than 4, and then things weren't quite working as they should be. That's just part of the learning curve. Get this out of the way. We can't do windows or doors at the moment, so you have to use logs like this in one section of the wall, but that's fine for now. When they do finally implement stone doorways, you can easily rip this out and replace it. The sled is really cool. I love the additions now that they've done to this. You can add in sticks to the side. You can put different materials in there, including the new stones, which is quite good. These stones support the reinforcements, the extended beams going across without the interior ones, which is nice. It's pretty, it's done very well. Not really sure why there were logs there, but so that's pretty good. It's working pretty well. I'm not experiencing any issues. I've not installed the hotfix yet because I was in the middle of streaming. But I'll do that in a bit. I've not had any crashes so far. And I will probably build one of these watchtowers over here as well. Or maybe I will take this one down and yeah, I'm not quite sure yet. Maybe I'll expand this one, because I was thinking about what was I thinking about now? Yeah, I was thinking about building a tower and then building a building on the side of it, cutting in doorways and making this kind of integrated into a building. Just because. Why not? But it really depends how much time I have. I'm doing a bit of streaming around Occupy Mars at the moment, because it's a fun game and I love kind of Marsy type stuff. It's pretty rough around the edges. They've got a lot of work to do on it. And then there's the updates to Valheim. So I want to do some testing of the world updates, because I think if they've done it right, it will have. Whoop, 1 second, that's my earpiece falling out. If they've done it right, then it will help a lot with some of the performance problems that Valheim had in multiplayer worlds, and if you're doing a lot of terrain modifications. And Valheim is absolutely fantastic game. One of my favorites. So we're stealing the pieces from this test construction I did. Like with this tower, if I wanted to extend it with a stone structure around, they allow you to kind of just like extend it out. So that could be pretty good. Might make it a bit interesting. Phasmophobia. Ah, that looks. I've not heard of that game. Let's take a look. Four-player online co-op psychological horror game. Early access, standard and VR, but doesn't require a VR headset. Cool. Looks interesting. Is it any good? Ghost hunting. I'm laughing because I was reading something something with some dad jokes earlier. And one of them was that their parents tricked their kids into cleaning the house because they told them that using the vacuum cleaner, you can suck up ghosts, and the kids were scared of ghosts or something, anxious about ghosts being in the apartment. So they told the kids that they could suck up ghosts with a vacuum cleaner. So they had to go around and they got them to go around and kind of clean up. It's a nice trick. I was thinking about trying that with my daughter. What's the new update going to bring? I was thinking about looking at V Rising because I've heard some good things about it. But there's also there's another game. What's it called? Let me take a look. It's coming out in the second week of June, I think it is. A new MMO up. What's it called? Undawn. Which looks. It sounds like it could be interesting. It's got a Will Smith providing this kind of virtual body or something for one of them. That could be quite good. I'm still pretty annoyed about Redfall. Yeah, so the Will Smith MMO is apparently a free-to-play vampire game, which could be cool. But there's another streamer I watch. Why aren't you coming out? Because of that. Called Firespark. Who's been talking a lot about V Rising recently, so I was thinking about taking a look. I know the problem. Although since I've been streaming, I've been playing a wider variety of games. But Sons of the Forest is definitely one of them. I think this game is really so well done. The other game I was wondering about playing, which I haven't played for a long time, was Minecraft. Because there's a ton of new updates for it. A lot of different versions. And it's fairly popular on Twitch, but maybe it's maybe it's too much. Streaming can be fairly competitive. You want to find a niche for yourself. Okay, one stone left. So, I have one around here. No. Should be some more up here. Where are you? That's not one. Keep on thinking that was one, but it's not. Where's all my stone gone? Not that way. Welcome back. There we go. One more stone and we should finish off the fireplace. I have these traps here because the savages like to attack them. And they catch deer and squirrels and that sort of stuff. So it's a nice source of food without much effort. Although now you can get Calvin to gather food for you. It's less of an actual issue. Okay, there we go. Fire's done. To work on the roof. Hello. Okay, and Calvin's collected a nice chunk of logs for us, so we can throw those up now. Start as close to the edge as possible, so that when it rains, it doesn't make everything wet. Come on, where are you? Hello. Looks like the arrows for placement are a little bit glitchy. In appearing at the moment. I'm not sure if that's because of the fire or for some other reason. I do. It rains hard, you know. Sort them. There we go. Feels like you have to get a lot more distance than we had to get before. With things like roofs. Okay, this looks like this is going to be done pretty soon. Okay, oh, that was a mistake. Okay. Should be the last piece. There we go. Put this down. Oh, come on, give me a line. Thank you. I'm glad you approve. Just two on that one. Let's put this out of the way a little bit. I think they could do it a little bit better around the firewood thing. The canyon, this is, it's near one of the small lakes, isn't it? Which one was it? I think it's one of those. I think there's a cave there, isn't there? No, I think there's a cave. There's I think I know the one you mean. It's not the helicopter. I don't think it's the helicopter. I think it's something else. Yeah. I think I know the one you mean. I don't think there's a cave there. I think it's something else. But I do remember her kind of taking me there and it taking like ages. Like the first or second time, I didn't see anything at all. around, and then there was something. Yeah, I did some exploring underwater and I didn't find anything early on, but then somebody was mentioning that they added some underwater features, like vehicles underwater or something. Okay, so that main build is done. What we're going to do now is put a diagonal up here and throw on a couple of solar panels. Ah, there is now. Okay. I did see something once about vehicles and that sort of stuff, but I didn't know if there's anything else. What else is there? What do I have here? Oh, I've got a turtle shell. Not really sure why I have an arm, but we do. There's a butterfly. Am I out of solar panels? They were... I thought they were up here. It looks like I don't have any at the moment. Okay. Let's go over here. And we can take off the ones on this building. Because the ones over here I only put on there to test something. Where are we going to do this? We're going to have a window on this side, so let's put them over here. And I've got a light bulb, but I need wire first. Let's put yeah, I think there could be I think there's a lot they can do with providing more variations in items. Not exactly pretty, but it works. And batteries would be nice. For the solar panels. So it's a bit weird that they kind of work at night. Okay, a little open plan, but it works. We will fill in this wall. I'm just not quite sure what I'm going to do yet with these things. Let's have a little measure. Throw out some logs. And just see where things lay. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of off-center. You know, if I'd measured it before, I kind of could have aligned these things a bit better. But that's okay. You know, this is an experiment, so. But I think it looks good. I like the color. I like how it looks. You know, the mix and match wooden floor, stone walls. When we do get windows, it's going to be a bit prettier. Not sure what I'm going to do about the upstairs yet. But for now, this is you know, this is fine. Cool. Good. I think that is that's about done. So let's reset this trap. We do have a fire over here. What's going on with the food? Is that rotten? Yeah. Let's cook this up. There is a small glitch that I've noticed. If you are too close to the fireplace and then tend to the fire, your inventory is not visible. The stone is blocking it. But if you step back a little bit, everything's fine. Not really interested in cannibalism. So, yeah, I need to actually just drop that arm. I've somehow it got picked up. Okay, good. So that is that's complete. That part is done. That was quite a lot of work. It took about 2 hours to build out this structure. Part of that was gathering the stone. There is a bucket ton of stone. Flesh from the fire, yeah. I noticed that Veronica does as well. She likes to eat a bit of human flesh. I think a chimney or the fireplace actually being built into the wall would be good. I think it's a bit of a shame that you can't do that yet, so it'd be nice if they added that to the game. Just to kind of make it look a bit more integrated. But maybe that's just me. I've been streaming now for 2.5 hours, so I'm going to take a break, probably for about half an hour, and then come back and we'll be playing something else. I'm not quite sure what yet. Occupy Mars, I think there's a few more blueprints that we need to dig out, and our base build has been coming along really nicely. We've got the big crusher yesterday, so I want to do a bit more mining with the rover. Which should be good, and then yeah, let's see how it goes. Thank you so much for the chat. I enjoyed it. Thanks, guys and girls. I do appreciate that very much, and thanks for the follows. If you are able to like, follow, subscribe to support the channel, that would be fantastic. That would help me out a great deal. And yeah, have an awesome day, and I will see you again soon. Until then, take care.